Today we're featuring Marion County Sheriff's Department Kilo, and we're working on specifically evasion tactics and high finds as they relate to the proximity alert and special tactics. In this video you're going to see how Kilo responds to an air scent from a distance and what makes this air scent unique. It's a really wonderful video. You get to see at pretty much every level of the proximity alert. Far alert, near alert, triangulating alert, and of course the danger.
Good posture, nice easy pace. Let more of that lead go. The further back you are from him, the better it always is.
Less I'm pushing him.
Less you're pushing him, and again, it's a lot safer.
Oh, I got you.
It's amazing what 15 feet can do. They may see the dog, but they may not see you. If he marks again, I'm going to correct him.
All right.
Okay, look. I don't think the first one was marking, the first one was peeing.
Until his pace is picking up a little. Got a head check to the left.
Leave that, get to work. That was a critter.
All right.
You can stay right up on him too if you want to watch.
So right there, how did you know that it was a distraction?
Because of his behavior.
Head up?
Head went up, he kind of looked in the direction, his tail dropped down. He lost all the behavior that he had on the track. Not all dogs. Every dog is a little different. So one body posture for one dog could be different than another. But there's some common denominators. They're just, you know, not always exactly the same.
Every dog's different.
Every dog is absolutely different.
So I notice his tail's not as high, straight up as it was. Okay.
You just cut that what we call the apex of your turn. Your turn went around this way.
Uh-huh.
He cut it across because you got a concentration of odor over here. But that is, there you go. Yeah, and see that head popping up?
See its head.
So that might be at the beginning of a good far alert.
See his tail's dropping way down now.
Head up too.
Yeah.
Speed increase. Head's almost all the way up now. See that?
Yes, sir.
Almost all the way up. So you're getting a really good alert now.
So this is what we call a far alert. A far alert is an alert that comes in from a distance, and the distance is directly relative to the wind in that direction. And there's really no exact direction to it. The dog can't say with certainty where it's coming from, but it changes his body language. In this case, we have a speed increase and the head really starts popping. This far alert now has quickly transitioned into what we call a near alert, and this near alert is also completely relative to wind speed and wind direction. So if the wind is coming to the dog from source, the near alert can actually be far away. If the wind is not in the favor of the dog, then the near alert can be very close. But in the case of a high find in this situation, the wind scent is coming down at an angle and then hitting this spot, and it's circulating and it's moving. The pool has no scent cone that the dog can physically work into because the scent cone is not on plane with the ground. It's coming down on an angle. There's nothing the dog can do to get into it. So he's working lots of fresh odor, circulating wildly, trying to find source, but he doesn't really know how to move into it. So the only recourse here is to, number one, find the cone, but it's a high find, so he won't, or he has to get back on track.
I just go with him, right?
Yeah.
Let him work it out.
Drop the lead and let him come back. What's happening is you're hitting a wall of air scent that came in here.
It's really important that we allow the dog to work out this problem on his own. It really doesn't matter where he goes. If he's working and we know he's in odor, he has to do this by himself. It's the only way he'll learn. If we stop him and put him on what we perceive to be the track, it's going to ruin the whole process. So right when Kilo goes through all this thick stuff, he happens to determine exactly what to do, gets back on the track, and takes it quite easily. So Kilo's in danger close right here. The high find is directly to our left, now behind the handler, and the dog is circulating wildly, working the scent pool, trying to find out where it is. It's really important, again, that the dog does this all on his own without any help. Now, Shad does a fantastic job of letting Kilo do this. And right at that moment, he triangulates the source and goes right to it. This is the third phase of the alert.
He's working it back.
Oh, there's tuna down there still. There we go. Shane, make some noise now.
One more. Good boy! Ha ha! Ah, good boy!
So one might ask, if we're danger close, why did we just continue in? Well, it's very, very simple. The dog needs to learn how to work this problem. But more importantly, the handler needs to be able to read all the body language changes from beginning to end. We roughly have 4 phases to every alert. The first one is what we call the far alert from a distance. The second one, the near alert. The third one is the triangulating alert. This is where the dog tells you exactly where source is. And fourth is the danger, you're fucked alert. This is really when we're right on top of the suspect. But you have to see all of this with the dog. It's important that the dog works the problem so everybody involved learns. The tactics come after the fact. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like what we do and you want more of it, why don't you check out our school, the Tracker School. There's no other place like it on the planet and the only school of its kind.